Good morning. Good afternoon. Good night. Who says that? Somebody says that, right? Good morning. Good afternoon. Good night. Some hockey guy. And the Cubs just scored. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good night. How you doing? I finally got my hands on a copy of this horrible piece of garbage called the Washington Times. It is a true piece of crap. But look at this. Oh, this was yesterday's paper. This was Tuesday's paper. Andy Parks joins morning show on Salem's WRC. I got to rant about this again because it's really making me mad. WRC. It's not WRC. Ugh. Let me do this. Let me scribble this in here. It's WWRC. Okay, WRC is a television station. There is no radio station in Washington called WRC. It's WWRC. So, I mean, they can't even get the effing call letters of their station right. But anyhow, Andy Parks taking his wildly successful morning show or afternoon show over to WWRC from WTNT. Too little listened to radio stations in the market. And then that brilliant signal of 1260 a.m., which you can't hear in Northern Virginia after dark, so what the hell? I don't care whether they're broadcasting 36,000 watts or what. It used to be this signal when it was over by Red Zebra. When it was windy, the signal would drop out because wind would blow the wires on the tower and the signal would cut off. And people could tell when they were listening to 1260, the signal would be going up and down like this. And it would be, the wind, it's blowing, the wind's blowing the wires on the tower. But I have to nominate, we're going to do DCRTV's Dumbass of the Week. Okay? Who am I going to nominate? Let's see, let's continue reading this article about Andy Parks, right? So we continue reading this article about Andy Parks. Where's the quote in here? Okay, this is a quote from Thomas Moyer, the manager for Salem's three flagship stations in the Washington. Why do they call them flagships? I don't know. This is not Salem's home market. It's California, Cupertino, California, I believe. So here's our dumbass of the week, and his name is Thomas Moyer, the manager of Salem's three flagship stations in the Washington market. This is his quote. The Washington Times is the only Washington-based newspaper that is committed to conservative American values. WRC 1260 AM is the only Washington area talk radio station committed to similar conservative American values. That's according to Mr. Moyer, the manager for Salem's three flagship radio stations in the Washington market. I mean, that is a dumb quote in a number of respects. Number one, it's not WRC, it's WWRC. Can't even get the can't even get the colors of his own station right. But to say that it's the only radio station that's conservative in the market, I mean, does he not know WMAL? I mean, WWRC never gets in the ratings. I've never seen it rated. Never, ever, 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 even in the numbers for no listeners. It's never rated. WMAL, I mean, I don't like WMAL, but I mean, come on, to say that it's not a conservative station. I mean, what is he backsliding WMAL? That's ridiculous. Even WTNT on 730 shows up in the ratings. WRC doesn't. So you've got at least two stations in the market that are conservative talkers that get at least some audience, whereas WMAL or WWWRC. Why don't they just friggin' change the call letters of that? I mean, if I was WRC, I'd sue. I'd say, at least calling it WRC makes it sound like it's owned by NBC. But anyhow, there's Andy Parks. Making him poor old fat guy, fat bald dude, probably with high blood pressure, carrying all these heavy boxes. Where's he moving from? They're still going to be doing the show at the Washington Times. He doesn't have to move anywhere. It's not like he's moving from WTNT studios there in Fairfax to WWWRC studios there in Roslyn, Virginia. And he's carrying the boxes down I-66 there. I saw him the other day, yeah. I mean, it's a joke. Okay, whatever. But that was our dumb quote of the day. I'm reading that and going, come on. There's Ann Wog. What a name, Ann Wog. She used to be there at MAL. I remember. So that's our dumbass of the week, and his name is Thomas Moyer. Now, speaking of ratings, I just got the new ratings out for today. This is the second week of May, and let's look at Salem. Okay, this is this guy who's running Salem. Okay, Salem's main station in Washington is WAVA, right? Where does WAVA rank in today's ratings for the second week of May? WAVA with a 105.1 with a great signal that covers the entire metropolitan area, one of the best FM signals in the market. This is what Salem does with it. 40th place, a 0.2 share, full day, 12 plus rating. 40th place, 31st in mornings, 38th in midday, 41st in afternoons, 34th in evenings, and 43rd on the weekends. That's with a killer signal. That's Salem. That's Mr. Moyer's pride and joy, 105.1 WAVA FM. That's what he gets with it. 40th place. Okay? WAVA is beaten by WACA, Waka. What's that? 1540, a little Spanish station in Wheaton. They're beaten by POC. They're beaten by RBS out of Baltimore. And GRQ in Fredericksburg gets more listeners in Washington than does WAVA with that killer 105.1 signal. Waffy, W-Life, WKDV, a little Spanish station in Manassas, gets more ratings. WWEG out of Hagerstown, which you can't even hear here because of JFK's digital splatter. But they all get better ratings here than WAVA does with its killer 105.1 signal. Isn't that amazing? I'm looking for WWRC in the ratings. That great station. Nope. I'm not seeing them. WTNT is 44th. That's Andy Park's last station. Oh, there they are. Where is WWRC? Where was that? Oh, no, wait, WKCW. Thought I saw WWRC flash by there. They're not ranked. Okay, a big hash marks in every day part. They have no significant audience. Where's the? I don't even see WAVA AM 780. So there's brilliant Mr. Moyer's Salem cluster here in Washington. 40th place for a major FMer and nothing for the 2 AMers, 780 and 1260. And he has the gall to slam WMAL. I bet you Larry O'Connor, as he's getting drunk every night, he's crying over that. Poor Larry. Well, the latest radio ratings, nothing really earth-shattering. Second week of May, WMAL at the top, TOP second, Hot 99.5 third. I'm not seeing any huge things, anything standing out here, other than JFK down at 18th place, tied with WFRE, a country station out of Frederick. TEM's kind of down there at 21st place. Kind of lame. NEW is showing a few signs of life at 22nd place, but still, they can't seem to crack the top 20 there. PFW, 28th place. Man, that station needs a makeover. It really does. Needs to stop worrying so much about where its effing studio is, and a little more time and effort spent on its programming. Larry King joining RT. Who cares? Nobody watches it. A new movie channel for Channel 20, something called Movies with an exclamation point, is on 20.2 now. I haven't fired up the regular TV with the antenna to see, but I'm sure Comcast and the other companies will be adding it soon, and when they do, maybe I'll give it a shot. If it's anything like This TV, which Channel 50 runs, This TV, it might be kind of cool. Tupper Shut will call you in an emergency. I can see that. Hello, Dave. There's a tornado heading for your house. If you want to sign up, do it at WUSA9.com. Then you can spend between $9.95 and $17.95, and Topper will call you at home and tell you when there's bad weather coming. Okay. The Baltimore Sun. I'm going to rag on them too. Yesterday, there was a big train derailment up there in Rosedale or whatever, and I go on Baltimore. I just instinctively went to BaltimoreSun.com. Oh, there's the article. Click on it, and I get the pay wall up there. Now I could have avoided the paywall by switching my browsers or doing a bunch of tricks, but I just said F it, and I went over to WBAL and WJZ and WB, BAL TV's websites. all those other websites that cover Baltimore news for free. Poor Baltimore Sun. It's a pathetic excuse for a news organization. Continually. It's a sad little, dippy little paper with a bad, awful media columnist. All right. That's it for today. Thanks for watching Dave TV for the 29th of May. Happy Wednesday, hump day already. It's only the second working day of the week. Wow. Book 'em, Dan.